Alright, welcome back guys. So this is a bit of a different one. This might not work, don't get me wrong. This is a World of Warcraft channel that, that goes without saying. I feel like, and I'm sure those of you who watch me over on Twitch, Scottejaye 87 by the way, streaming pretty much every night. I say pretty much every night. I travel for work, so the odd nights where I'm on hotel Wi-Fi that's that bad, I can't, but generally streaming most nights. So what I was saying was I feel, and I'm sure those who watch me will agree, I do things different on stream, like very different. Well, not very different. You can only be so creative, but I think that's what's quite lacking in the Twitch community, or certainly the channels that I look at. So I'm not claiming to be some big streamer. I only started streaming 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I don't know. It's not been overly long. It was around lockdown time, to be fair, but I'm always trying to spice up the channel, the way things work. I'm not really one for starting soon screens because they just say starting soon and then there's a countdown. But you can see my starting soon screen above me, which is a fully edited starting soon video with 3D models that come on. Then we get the agenda come on, so they know what's going to be going on the channel a little down later on down the line. And I think it's important to give your channel a theme. And what I mean by theme, even if you've just got one thing that everyone knows you for. So I've got two, actually. There's two things that happens regularly. So the whole idea of like that SJ Gaming truck, which you'll see some flashy animations and stuff like that for it soon. But the whole idea around it is I travel for work, so I'm sort of a traveling stream. So it's the gaming truck that goes around. Who knows, one day I might actually have one that looks exactly like that I drive. That'd be pretty cool. And the other thing is they know, you can probably tell by the tattoo and the cards and that, I do card tricks. So there's a lot of, I get people physically just come onto the stream and say, oh, can you show me a magic trick? And it's things like that where it builds engagement. It's good watching you sit, and it does take a certain game as well. Don't get me wrong. If you're like playing Fortnite or COD or something that's quite high octane, if you like, I appreciate it's difficult to go, oh, hang on, I'll do a card trick. And I'm not saying you should do card tricks, but something that shows your personality. Now that's just, again, I'm not claiming to be some big time streamer. The maximum views at any given time I've had, I think, was like 120 or something like that. I average probably 50 each stream, but I do stream every single night. Weekends it's higher than that, but as I say, you can take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. But I look at a lot of streams and I look at my own and I really try to push it forward and just make it unique. Even this room that I'm sat in whilst doing this, this is primarily for YouTube, but I do use this occasionally on the stream as well. This is meant to be the room in the back of the truck, okay? So this is the stream room in the back of the truck. But it shows my Twitch name. So when I'm on YouTube, it's there all the time. Could draw people in to come and watch you. It also shows another thing that I like doing, which is drinking gin. There's 8 bottles of gin over there, as well as the other bits at the back, like the Instagram logo. So they're like, oh, he's on Instagram, he's on Twitter. They may not be there, like my name on these platforms, but it make people see it. They pick it out and then they'll scroll down the bottom, see you're on Instagram, look at your username, add you, like, you know what I mean? It just generates more views on your additional platforms rather than just your stream. As I say, like you can see on the big switch behind me now, like 3D models walking in, talking to each other. It's all World of Warcraft related. But what I'm going to do, we're going to skip through to the end of this, to the end of the video, so you can see then what I do next and how I just make it quirky. Right, okay, so we've skipped forward a little bit, so there's only a minute and a half now, but I've made me smaller, made the screen a bit bigger so you can see clearly what's going on here. So, like I say, the agenda's now on that board. That board comes in animated. Obviously, you'll see things flying across the screen, As much as I dislike starting soon screens, and the reason I say I dislike them is because I feel like a lot of people probably go on, they see it starting in 10 minutes and then they leave. Whereas I think if it's something like this where there's stuff going on and it's somebody who hasn't seen you before, or somebody who's found you on YouTube and then come over and they've clicked on you as soon as they've got the notification that you're live and they see this, they'll be like, oh, that's a bit different. That's a little bit better than it just saying starting soon with some music on in the background. And then it's how the whole thing comes together. So now I want to make it perfectly clear, but that none of this is paid for. None of my stream is like using Streamlabs Prime or anything like that. This is all just edited, you know, manually edited. I've not paid for overlays. I've got some overlays that I use that I've paid for from places like own.tv, and that's not a plug, by the way, but, you know, just places like that. And even some notifications, like alerts for followers, subscribers, you know, some of that I use. But now we're about to, like, kick into the stream. The stream starts in a second, and then just, look, a little bit of banter. You know, that I'm driving in the truck, drinking gin. Like I said, you know, it's generally what happens on the channel. So it's nice to look at. Now, this is a nice transition, because this is all it is. It's just a transition in getting into what we're doing. This is just a bit of a meet and greet. You know, so they've all been sat there waiting. Now we're just chatting, and, you know, about what the stream's going to be about, basically. Now, I get that it's, you know, you might look at this and be like, well, it's a bit overkill. I'm not suggesting you do this. I'm not suggesting you go, oh, that's a good idea, I'm going to make a truck. You know, I mean, thinking outside the box, just making your stream stand out from others. And then this does go on a little bit longer, so I'll keep it running while I'm talking, just so you can see, yeah, the different transitions and stuff that happen. Oh, you happen to see the subscriber notification there as well. But the important thing, as I say, is being original, I think, and thinking outside the box. And the purpose of this video is that what I'd like to start doing is coming up with some original ideas that people can use. And don't get me wrong, I know there's loads of people on YouTube who do this sort of thing. You know, you got the stream doctor, Harris Heller, everyone knows Alpha Gaming, do you know what I mean? A number of others that I've watched, and they're very good, like very good, amazing at what they do. But theirs is more stream overall, if you know what I mean, whereas I'd like to really focus on the detail and start releasing a video maybe just once a week, as well as obviously keeping up with all the World of Warcraft stuff, but release a video once a week with just a new idea every single week on what you could do, you know, and I'll design it, and I'll go like, you know, maybe something like this, or, you know, talk through how you design it. So we might do some video editing in hit film on showing how I physically done, you know, something like this, where the Tauren now is going to open the back of the van, you know, so it slides the back of the van up, and now it's full screen in my room, for example. You know, that my room has changed because we're now in this room, but you know what I'm getting at. So, and even, you know, tickers and whatever else, you know, plugins. Look at everything stream related and how you can hopefully use my knowledge and where I'm learning from my own mistakes, because you might have only started streaming last week. So even though I've only been doing it for 6-7 months, you know, whatever it's been, I've still got 6-7 months of knowledge that I can probably share and help you out in your initial weeks. And then obviously as we go along, hopefully we'll all be learning together, and we'll all be making our streams unique to us, individual, and as good as they can be, basically. So really what I want from you guys is, in the comments, let me know if this is something you'd be interested in watching, listening to my ideas, learning from my mistakes, and how you can build your Twitch channel quite quickly. Because as I say, for me personally, from 0 viewers, you know, literally 0 viewers, to I more or less instantly have 30 or so join, you know, the second I go live, which, you know, is amazing for how such a short space of time that I've been doing it. And I genuinely think it's because of making the stream just that little bit more interesting. Yes, they come to watch you play games, but they also come for you. They come for you. They want to know you. They want you to talk to them. They want you to be not even a person. Like, I put on no act. I'm me on and off of camera when I'm streaming. I'm always the same way. And I think it's, you know, that's quite important. They get to know you personally. You know, I fully intend on even going and seeing some of these people who have joined the stream. You know, I'm helping them with their Twitch channels as well now, and they're seeing growth already, which I think is brilliant. Good luck to them. Just don't steal my viewers. I think it could be a good series of videos. And as I say, I've got a lot of good ideas that I wouldn't do on my own, but what, you know, I can show you. And I think this is more of a, let's say, a taster video. And if you like what I've done with my own stream, you know, then that was another transition. I was distracted. So if you like what I've done with my own stream and you know, generally how it looks, the in-game, the gameplay is just green screen and just me. You know, it doesn't need any more than that. Get the alert boxes come up and stuff. Obviously, we want minimalistic when we're actually playing the game, because you don't want anything being covered. You want everyone to see, you know, the game. You want them to see how good you are at what you play and how you do it and stuff like that, you know. So, as I say, if it's something you'd be interested in, put it in the comments. And if it gets enough interest, the first video I want to do is on transitions, basically, and how to make your transitions effective, like look effective, and how you can do it without paying anyone. You'll be able to do it yourself. I use HitFilm Express for completely free software, but really customizable. You can buy plugins, got great effects. So I'd like to do a video on transitions, and then, because going from screen to screen is really important. And also we might look at hardware like the Elgato Stream Deck and stuff like that. That's in the future, but I really would like to start building the channel as well. A bit of a side stream on the channel of streaming, because that's ultimately what I'm doing every single day. So yeah, as I say, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe. This, to be fair, all it was just show you what I do and how I do it, and then as we progress, I'll start to get into the real nitty gritty. Hopefully it gets some positive responses, because I'd really like to do these videos. So peace out.